This sequence of 14 paintings are made from a walk between Beaumont and Landerneer, walking along the seawall. And I start at the sluice at Beaumont Quay and then follows the different shapes through as I get sort of further and further around the seawall. So the shapes in this one are gradually morphed as I move further along, and through the sequence of 14 these shapes gradually tell the story of walking along the sea wall towards Landerneer. Another consideration is that it's a tidal landscape, so in this painting, this shape here is the head of a sluice, and it appears in that painting there. But of course this painting is high tide, and this painting there's no water in the creek, so you've got these two landscapes that appear and disappear constantly, twice a day. I made this book of watercolours, sort of transcriptions of the 14 paintings, and this is the painting that's from this particular spot with the head of the sluice in the bottom of the painting, then the channel going away and twisting out of sight round towards the sea. And so all the shapes in this are the shapes of the water as they've filled the channels up at high tide. This next painting's at with a sort of a high tide again, so you've got the same, this shape sort of reappears back down here, but you're gradually moving round it, and it's the whole creek is full of water again, so it's become this pale shape on a green ground. And then I suppose as you go through you get deeper into it, you're talking less about the landscape and more about why you're doing it or what it actually means. alternative one for that one. I'm never quite sure which one's works best. I thought it was that one. I think this one might be better now. I'm going to have to have a look at them again, I think. This is the same painting as that one. Ah, I think the one on the left looks better now, doesn't it? Looks sort of tighter. I thought I decided it was the one on the right, but I might have changed my mind now. I like the way the one on the right, see when it goes around that twist at the top and it disappears into the sky, it kind of joins in. I think this one, maybe I should just change the colour of the top a little bit. Try those two next to each other. And when they're next to each other, these little bits of blue and green, which are sort of left over from previous things, and that kind of picks up some of the stuff in here as well. Because that's bright yellow, I think that shows up the colour in that better. I always think it's interesting that, you know, because you assume that somebody else knows what they're doing, and most people don't particularly know what they're doing. They sort of have questions about what they're doing, and you know, you question yourself and things. So it's not out. You don't do what you do from a position of confidence and self-knowledge. You do it to find stuff out. So you don't necessarily know what you're doing. You find out what you're doing as you do it. Each of the paintings has got this triangular shape. Well, all of them but the first one has got this triangular shape in the corner, and then this band at the top. So each painting is sort of trying to sort out this relationship between this block of colour, this triangle shape, and then the landscape that's wedged in between the two of them. So it's taken a kind of a very simple idea, a simple premise for each painting, and then you can sort of fiddle around with how it works. This band at the top, which I suppose, I mean, you tend to call it the sky, I guess, but it's a different colour, different tone in each of the paintings. These two are from almost exactly the same place, same set of drawings. There's a sluice called Middle Sluice, and all the elements are the same in both of them, but I suppose it's different ways of treating the drawing. The one on the right, all these marks that come directly from the drawing, so it's like it was as you would make a drawing. So a triangle like that can be just 3 lines, but in painting, does it become a shape like that? Or this shape here is up here, and then this shape is that shape there. So you've got this kind of circular movement in both of them. I seem to remember painting that pink colour because I was I don't know, frustrated, I think, with what was underneath it. It seemed it kind of worked, so I think that's why that one looks simpler maybe than the one on the left. I like this one. I like this little bit of blue, yellow, green at the corner there. And I like the grey shape, how it goes, partly describes what's inside the line and partly describes what's outside the line. So here it's describing the outside of a shape, and there it's describing like the inside of a shape. These last two are looking from the seawall across to Landernear, which is like just a collection of houses with a quay, which is quite remote. But between, this is 13 and 14, so between 12 and 13 there's actually quite a physical space if you walked it. But these, I think the last one was the very first one I painted. I started painting down there, or drawing and walking down there about 3 years ago, and the first day I was there was late October, November time. It was absolutely still, high tide, and you've got a perfect reflection of Landernear. But I think that's the only time I've seen it like that. So that was the first painting I did, which was actually, through the sort of geography of the walk, has become the last painting in the sequence.